lot of people hate me. And we talked about this on our show, but on TikTok, there's like a whole gym culture. Okay?
Yeah.
And which you're a part of,
Right.
obviously. And they all like, I'm the guy who hates exercising. Like,
Yeah. So what is that about?
I
Because
don't
you got to
hate-
tell them now.
Yeah, so I don't hate exercising. I exercise, actually. I've been exercising a lot. Lost like 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
In the past like 6 months. I've been athletic my whole life. You know, I'm a fat lard ass now, but like in high school and shit out and in college, I was pretty athletic. I played water polo. And I have a great respect for people like you who go to the gym and sculpt their body in such a way. Because like I said, going to the gym and getting physically fit, there's no shortcut to that. Whether you're poor or you're Bill Gates, like you can't pay someone else to do that for you. Like you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And so there's a level of dedication and just straight up hard work that goes into that I've always respected.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, the clip that always goes around to me on TikTok is I was just making like a silly joke about how we did this and it's funny because when I explained this, that dude took it and made it sound like I said working out isn't worth it, which is so funny. I was just goofing around on the podcast making a joke about how if you go on a treadmill an hour a day for 50 years, does it save you more life than how does it get you more life on the back end of being healthy? You know what I mean? Because an hour a day for 50 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And in the end, we calculated that it is worth it, a lot worth it. It saves you, it makes you live way longer than the amount of time you're on the treadmill.
Right.
And so I guess people just went gangbusters and they made it seem like, but I actually, I don't hate working out. I think it's obviously super important to health.
So you played sports when you were in high school and
Water polo.
Water polo.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy.
I was
It's
skinny.
one of the hardest sports.
Yeah, it was tough, man. The training for that was like crazy in the early mornings.
Yeah.
We used to wake up at like 4:30 a.m. in high school. Sometimes people were so wanting to skip out on water polo practice. Dudes would literally shit in the pool. There would be human shits in the pool.
So they can get out of it.
It's because it was a health issue. So they had to cancel practice for the morning.
So people would shit.
People would shit in the pool
out.
to cancel practice. And it was awesome. I love that
shit.
shit. Yeah, it was great.
So I'm curious, like, for you, content and all this stuff over time, where did it start? Like, how? Because I didn't know enough about this. Obviously, I didn't look into like all the stuff. I like to just ask about it. But where did you start the idea of you wanting to make YouTube content?
Mm-hmm.
Because you did content that wasn't the podcast stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you transitioned into this. How long have you been doing the podcast stuff specifically?
I think the podcast has been like 5 years.
5 years.
And my whole like career time on YouTube is probably like over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, I always want to do comedy. And I think a lot of your fans probably are like fans of my old stuff, right? I get that a lot of like, he used to be funny, but now he's like a hack or whatever. Now he's like fallen, whatever. So that's cool. So we have that like a little bit something that connects us,
There's
right?
some hope there.
Yeah, there's some hope.
No, because
there.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'd read comments like that, and people are like, "Oh, he used to do this," and people be like, "I used to watch him doing this."
Yeah, yeah.
And now they're like, you know,
I like that. I like when I read comments like that because it's like, okay, there's hope. There's hope for us. Like, you know what I mean? Because I haven't changed that much. I always wanted to work in comedy, and